Bobbie Reber, a USEF and Jump Canada senior judge for the Hunters and the Equitations. And this week we have the honor of having her here to judge the Canadian Hunter Derby Western Final. And Bobbie, a lot of fans watching haven't had a chance to see some of these derbies. What's the biggest difference for you between a traditional hunter round and a derby round?
Well, the derby rounds, we ask for a little degree of excitement, and making the fact that it's a Canadian hunter derby, we add the fact that it's going to be a handy course. So what we want to see is a horse that's going to come in, gallop, can do the degrees of difficulty by jumping the higher jumps. We have 5 high options. We give them an extra 10 points if they jump them all. Then they'll get, out of 10, they will also get a degree of difficulty, how handy they are, and then they'll get their base score. And what we look for is still the traditional way of going for a hunter. We want a beautiful gallop, a lovely horse, a well-turned out horse, a horse that's going to jump every fence the same, and with beautiful style. We want a typey horse and a classic, what we call a classic hunter. And with that being said, we still want to see some kind of degree of difficulty where they will actually take the inside turns, they will jump the high options, and have a little what we call risk taking.
And is there anything in particular that you really look for in a derby horse, a quality that a horse possesses that you think makes them a very successful type for this kind of class?
More than what you see, kind of the line diagonal, we're looking for scope. We're looking for not only a horse that jumps in good style, but we want to see a big gallop and scope.
And of course, the base of all of this, we talk about that handiness, but the base is that hunter score. What advice would you have for someone who might be maybe doing their first derby in terms of not getting too caught up in the razzle-dazzle, but looking at some of those key elements that you talked about?
Exactly. What I often see is because it's a handy, they come in and they get a little crazy and make some turns that maybe are really, will actually jeopardize the way the horse jumps. At the end of the day, it has to be a beautiful round. They have to jump in good style and be smooth.
Wonderful. Thank you, Bobbie. We're so glad to have you here with us. And stay tuned. We've got the Canadian Hunter Derby Western Finals coming up for 2 days here at Royal West.